Today we have a very special video. We have the MGI AI Navigator Halo on-course demonstration. Very excited for this video. If you saw the last video we did at the PGA show, they debuted this unit. It is functioning, it is ready, and we're going to go through all of the features on course today and show you how everything works so that you can decide if this is the right unit for you. There is so much to unpack with this thing. Make sure you watch all the way to the end of the video so you don't miss a single thing. Buying one of these units is an important decision, and we want to make sure you make the right decision. So let's get started right now. Hey, before we get started, this is one of the longer videos that I've done in quite some time. So to make the process a little bit quicker, you have two options. If you don't want to sit and watch the full video at regular speed, you can speed it up in the YouTube settings to do more than a 1x. You can do like a 1.5x speed, or number two, in the description of this video are the chapter settings. So if there's certain things that you're looking for to see reviewed in this video, you can jump to those chapters. Again, I suggest that you watch the whole thing from top to bottom, obviously, but you have some options. With that being said, let's get going. The first thing we're going to do with this unit is do the folding and the unfolding. One of the coolest things about this is how tight this thing folds up to. If you can see, I'll show you both ways. It is so compact, and the wheelbase, when we unfold it, is very wide, but it does it in one continuous motion. A lot of people are going to take this in their car on a regular basis, in and out. You want to make sure it takes up as little room as possible, and the weight is coming in at about 33 pounds, so it's very easy to lift. It's not a 50-pounder like some of the other units out there. So I'm going to show you its two moves to unfold this unit. It's very simple. Okay, so I'm going to unfold it by clicking this button right here, push down, and then we are going to unlock this one, lock this arm back in to the position that I want, and you can alter the position however you want, high or low. And that is it. That is all there is to getting this ready for action. You can see how much the wheelbase expanded this way when I unfolded it, and it is ready to go. We've got our remote clip right here, ready to rock and roll, umbrella holder, cell phone holder, everything that's necessary. But that is the easiest move you could ever have. If you compare that to the other units out there with how it is with screwing in buttons and unscrewing buttons and all these different moves, this is by far the simplest move on the market. So if you haven't watched the previous video, a couple of things to note on this unit that MGI did a great job with is the battery. So we're going to show you the battery. Battery is right here. So they've made this battery to where it goes through the body of the unit like this. So it's putting all the weight in the middle. So very much an anti-tipping kind of a design to get that battery to displace the weight towards the middle instead of towards the wheels. Also, they've put more weight up front here, again, for anti-tipping. Also, the fifth wheel. So the fifth wheel on this unit, to make sure that it doesn't tip backwards, very important piece, is one little knob right here. Pull that knob and pull it out, and that's it. It's locked in place, and this thing is not tipping over anytime soon. Very low to the ground on that fifth wheel, so it's not going to tip very high. That's as high as it goes. So that's really a great design. Super easy fifth wheel. You can access it without turning the cart over. I really like that a lot. When we do the opposite, when we're going to go to fold up, same thing. We're going to put in the fifth wheel. Boom. We're going to unlock the arm here, and we're going to have this little handle right here. We're just going to pull up and watch these back wheels as I fold it down. Boom. That's it. It locks into place. That's it. Easy to lift, very compact, super easy to put in your car. Okay, so the next step, now that we've got it unfolded, folded, we're going to get our clubs put on the unit. A lot of people have questions in the past on what kind of a size bag will these units fit? Do I need a specific cart bag? in order to buy one of these units? And the answer is no. It helps, but it's not mandatory. So you can see I've got my giant Strixon staff bag here. I'm just going to put it in there, wrap the strap around the bottom, make sure these flaps go with the curve of my bag, and it's a simple clip, just so, and we're done. So that thing is not going anywhere. I got a lot of weight on that bag, especially with the fifth wheel. You got a heavy bag like this. This thing is a tank. This is not going anywhere anytime soon. One of the final steps that you need to do if you have the Halo Eye, this arm has to go on the cart as well. And all we're going to do is place it right there, and we're going to screw it in. You have to make it nice and flush, and they make you screw it in quite a ways because you don't want this coming off. Then we're going to take the USB plug, and you'll see that it's going to plug in right here, which is also nice because if it rains, it's on the underside, so you don't have any water getting here. That's nice. And then to put our bag on, all we're going to do is flip this switch right here, so it allows the bag to be put on while the eye is in place. Putting my bag on there. Easy clip right there. My strap on the bottom. And then we're going to just flip the arm switch back so that it's fully locked, and we're done. So this is what it looks like. It is out of play. I can take all my clubs out one at a time. I'm not going to hit the eye itself. Once it's set, I don't even think I'll notice that is there as time goes on. It's really out of my way. So the next thing we're gonna do is go to the golf course, get this thing tested, see how it performs. Let's head to the tee. Okay, so we're on the first tee, we're ready to go. One thing that I wanna make sure I mention is that when you're going from your car to the tee or to the range, you don't wanna use the follow me right away. You wanna use the remote, just because there's too much going on with people and carts and cars and that kind of thing. It's much safer to just go ahead and use the remote, or you can use the handheld as well. Don't use the follow me in the parking lot. Save yourself an accident or two. Other thing is, when we have the remote, we have a beautiful little remote holder right here where the remote just clips in there. I know from previous units that I've used, this is really nice. You don't have to use a cup holder to throw your remote in some of the other units. And just make sure you have the MGI label on the outside and your buttons are facing the post, and it just clips right in there just like that. Super easy to use. If you're using it on the course and the cart comes up to you, throw the remote right there. If you're not going to use it on your belt or something like that, very handy. I really like that option. You want to turn on the GPS feature because the geofencing technology that this has to keep it out of bunkers, keep it out of lakes, all that kind of fun stuff, and protecting your investment from getting into trouble, you got to have the GPS unit on. So you've seen this GPS unit in other MGI products, the AI Navigator GPS Plus, same type of thing. So I've turned on the unit. I'm just going to pick my golf course. I'm going to put my tee box in there that I'm going to play from. Looks like it's ready to go. Geo Protect. So we get a message right on the screen that says Geo Protect is turned on, basically. You can read that if you want. And we're just going to go ahead and X out of there. We can zoom in. So if I say, all right, I want to see how far am I from that fairway bunker, I'm going to take that dot and I can see that you see that number right there. I'm about 220 to the front of that bunker. That's nice to have, especially if you're playing a course you haven't played before. Or if I say I want to fly it, Brian in his younger days might have been able to fly it. Brian now cannot fly 261. Okay, so we're going to go for the middle, something around 230, 240, maybe a 3-wood, and we're going to go. But the Geo Fence is already turned on. We don't have to worry about that part. So we're going to go ahead and tee off, and we'll get going. No idea where that went. We have hit my tee shot. We're ready to go. So here is the remote, and there's these 3 buttons. The one on the left is the follow mode. The one in the middle is the Geo Fence, and the one on the right is the home button. You can't see it in this sunlight, but the GEO Fence one is already lit. We don't have to do anything with that button. So now, as I start to walk from the tee, we're going to engage the LiDAR, the eye that is the brains behind this unit. So the way this works is that this eye is going from about 180 degrees. So out straight sideways, and in front, it's looking for you. And it's looking for your shape. It's not looking for this remote. It's looking for me. So you can't be behind it this way and hit follow mode. It's not going to engage. It's not going to find you. We are ready to go. We're going to go ahead and hit the follow mode. And off we go. I can go right. I can go left. And as we always like to do in my videos with remote control carts, that I know you guys are a big fan of, we're going to see how fast it goes. Still going. Oh, it lost it. Yeah, now it's vibrating. So I was able to outrun it. So if you're doing speed golf, this is not the unit for you. So it goes to about a speed of 12, which is a brisk walk. So no running. So we're going to go ahead and do that again. And off we go. That was like instantaneous. I didn't have to hold the button down. I just touched the button and it's ready to rock and roll. As we walk the golf course, every golf course is going to be unique. So we have a lot of these sandy areas that carts ride through. So sometimes the cart may think that it's in a bunker. So you have to know your own golf course, and it's going to potentially stop and protect itself. And I tell you, having used the Stewart cart in the past, this thing is super smooth. The way it took off, it's not herky-jerky. And I tell you, on one of the Stewart carts, I've had the wheels wear out because of how hard it stops and starts, especially on cart paths, stuff like that. So this is very smooth. It's about 8 feet from me, which is a good, healthy distance, I think. Oh, my ball ended up in the fairway. First shot of the day ends up in the fairway. You gotta love it. And then we're gonna see when I get to my ball, which is in about 30 yards, we're gonna see how she behaves. But it is quiet. I can just put this on my belt buckle or on my pocket. The things you can't be afraid to do with this unit is go ahead and take it in and out of follow mode. A lot of times you don't need follow mode if you're gonna be around the green or something like that. You don't need it, and it's safer to just use the manual remote. So we're gonna go see how the GEO Fence works. I'm gonna put the remote in my pocket. Let's see if it's gonna go in this bunker over here. Right now, this thing is vibrating. It's yelling at me that there's a bunker coming up. I don't know if you can hear that. There we go. It's vibrating, saying, hey, Brian, there's a bunker coming up. And let's see. Yeah, it doesn't want to go any further. So it doesn't like what it sees here, so it's going to protect it from going in the bunker. If we look at the screen, attention, GeoProtect has detected an obstruction ahead, manual controls required. Get it into safe territory here. I'm gonna hit the follow mode button again. Got the remote in my pocket. Now we're coming up to the green. So when you come up to each green, I don't care what unit you're using, any follow mode unit, you never really are gonna have it in follow mode around the green. Between greens and bunkers, it's too tight. As we get close here, you can hear it again. It knows it's come up as a green. It's gonna say, hey, Brian, hold on a second. I'm gonna hit the GEO Fence mode. I shut off the follow mode, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the manual buttons. Slow it down a little bit, and I'm going to use the manual buttons just to guide the unit around the green here, and I'm just going to stop it here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave my remote on the cart, or actually I'm going to bring the remote with me. Some people like bringing the remote to the green. You can just clip it on your belt. Sometimes I don't like to have added weight or a different feel to me. So I'm gonna go ahead look for my ball mark. Always look for your ball mark first. Our greens out here are pretty firm, so I don't see a ball mark. We're good. All right, so we'll go ahead and see if I can make this birdie putt. Birdie putt with no practice shots. What do you think? Can we make it? It could be my lucky day. No chance. Not even close. Okay, that's what you get for not warming up. Make sure everybody practices. Always got to practice. So we'll go ahead and we're going to move to the next hole. And then we're going to test it in a couple different conditions. If you're liking this cart and you feel like you want to order one, there is a link on the screen. Brian Z Golf is an authorized MGI dealer. Any orders placed through us go straight to MGI. You get the best price on the internet that MGI allows us to publicize. And we would love your business if this is a cart that you think is right for you. Any questions, feel free to send us a message. All the links are in the description. And I think you wouldn't regret getting this unit. If you've never used a follow mode cart before on the golf course, it is a lot of fun. I just love walking without a remote in my hand, but you have to use it eventually no matter what for little bits here and there. But when you're walking down the fairway with your buddies and you're walking and just talking, you don't have clubs on your back, you're not pushing a cart, you don't have anything in your hands, it's really liberating. It's truly like having a caddy. And I think it's a great way to play golf. I'm on the green. Maybe this cart's on the other side of the green. I'm going to my next tee box. So I don't want to use follow mode. I'm just going to use the remote till I get into some safer conditions. This is common. I don't care what company cart you have. You need to make sure you stay safe and you don't let it go crazy. I like to use follow mode as much as I can. I'm going to go ahead and hit the follow mode button again. And here she goes. That is really easy. I love the fact that you can hit that follow mode and just keep walking. You don't have to stop and let it do its thing. You can just keep walking. I love that part. So this is a pretty significant little slope right here. Zero problems. All right. Now I'm on the tee. It's going to stop. We're going to hit our next shot. Let's see if I can do a little bit better by the time we get to the green. So we've got a tough par 4 here, number 1 handicap hole this side. So when you get to the tee box, make sure you turn the follow off, because the mistake I just made is thinking that the remote, I can just put it on the cart and it's not going to go anywhere. Remember, this cart does not follow the remote, it follows you. If I'm further away from 8 feet from my ball and I'm on the tee and the remote's not on me, it's going to get closer to me. So just be aware of that. That's something that I would have to get used to a little bit, I think. That's okay. I think any new piece of technology, you've got to get used to it. Pretty good. In the fairway, look at that. This old geezer still has a few shots in the bag. So we're taking the remote with us, hitting follow me, just touching it one time, a thumbs off of it. We're good to go. And now we're going down a slope here. Pretty good. Interesting. Very interesting right there. If you just saw that, it slowed down. Typically with follow carts, you have to be very careful on downhill, because if you think about it, especially if it's wet, if you've seen any of my other videos, I don't care if it was follow or not, if it's wet and it's behind you, and even if you're using the remote, if that thing starts to slide, you're going down. Like, it will tackle you. So you always have to be very careful. I think this one would perform better because it doesn't have the herky-jerky stopping that other units have. If you're on a hill and it's got a little bit of dampness to it and it does a herky-jerky stop, that thing's sliding, just like in your car. If you're on ice and you nail your brakes on ice, you slide. Just same thing here. If you slowly push the brakes, just like that one just did, it has a much less chance of sliding. I really like that. That was very good demonstration right there. Okay, so I want to show you one other thing here. I'm going to put the remote back on the cart, and I'm going to show you that this cart is not following the remote. It's following me. So it's still in follow mode. No remote on me whatsoever. I can go to the right. I can go to the left. That's pretty crazy technology right there. It's all because it scanned my body, and that's pretty darn cool. Again, knowing that this is technology, it's not a human, it can get itself into trouble. I would not do this on a regular basis and not taking the remote with me. I don't trust any piece of technology that much. So probably good to keep the remote with you, but you don't have to. In case you forgot or something like that, it's gonna still follow you. Hey everybody, if you're liking this video, please do me a huge favor. Give me a thumbs up on this video and drop a comment down in the comment section, whether you like something, whether you don't like something, or a question that you might have about it. I answer all the questions on the videos, so do that for me. Subscribe to the channel, really helps us out. Let's keep going. Next demonstration we have is obstacle obstruction. So if anything comes between me and the cart while it's in follow mode, it's going to stop. And we're going to show you how this works right now. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put it in follow mode, push my button, let my cart start following me. So I've got a playing partner with me, and he gets between me and the cart, and it could hit him. No, it didn't. It stopped. That was a pretty cool demonstration. Believe me, because I've hit people with my cart before, and they're not happy about it. Let me tell you, little tip to everybody. Don't hit anybody with your cart, because you could open yourself up to lawsuits. So anyway, anything that comes between you and the cart, it's going to stop. And then when that obstacle is gone, he walked away. I did not hit the button again, and the cart's still going. You need to know when it's looking for obstacles, it's looking for items that are about waist high and up. So if it's something that's small, a trunk or something like that's been cut down, or a rake or something like that, it's not going to see it. So it has to be something that's a person or something that's taller. Pretty cool. A little bit of safety there for you. MGI is all about safety. Got to be safe on the golf course. All right, looks like that pin is back. I've got 184, 197 back. This is a hard hole. I got to bring a lot of club with me here. I think this is going to be my stick. And let's see if we can get this on the green. I don't hit this green very often. Let's see what I got. Be enough. Go. Oh, this should turn left. Oh, we got a birdie chance again, folks. Let's see if we can do a little bit better with this birdie shot. Grab my remote, hit the follow mode button once. Off we go. And man, look at that shot I hit up there. That was the best shot I've ever hit on this hole. Okay, I'm coming up to the green. Let's see how she goes. I'm gonna keep it near my microphone, see when she starts beeping at me. I'm about 15 feet from the edge of the green, and she's not beeping at me yet. Really good. We're gonna come up to the edge of the green. So I just realized it wasn't on GEO Fence. So you can toggle the GEO Fence on or off. If you've got good enough control and you're not worried about it getting in trouble, you can just turn it on or off with that single button, and it'll get to as close to the green as you want. And you've got options. We're coming up to the green. That was my shot from 197 to the back. I don't know if you can see that. Kudos for me. Let's see if we can make birdie. One of the things that I'm finding particularly different to get used to, coming off of using say a Stewart follow cart where it is following the remote. I leave the remote on the cart, it's on the side of the green, and I put the remote on the cart and I just walk towards the green. Remember, it's not following the remote, it's following me. So if your GEO Fence is not on, you put the remote over in the cart thinking it's safe, it's not going to go anywhere, and your follow mode is still on, it's going to come on the green if the GEO Fence is not on. A little bit of getting used to. I think for me, just having done it a different way for a long time, I think it's something that you just have to be aware of, and you have to make sure you're turning the follow mode off and or the GEO Fence on and off, and you have to be aware of that, and you're gonna have to toggle between the two. But in the meantime, let's see if we can make a birdie. Let's see if we can make this downhill right to left. That putt on the last hole was absolutely horrific. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. Uh-oh. Woo-hoo! Look at that. That's all you do. When you buy an MGI cart, all you do is make birdies. That's it. Birdie after birdie. Probably not. Disclaimer, that's not actually true. All right, so let's keep moving. Got some good slope here. Let's see how it takes the slope. It wouldn't take long, I think, to really get comfortable. It's so smooth, so quiet. Going on to the next tee box. So even though I have the GEO Fence on, it will still go on a tee box. It's going to go ahead and let you do that. So again, I want to make sure I push the follow me off, because if I do what I've been doing, thinking that the remote is going to be on the cart and it won't move, and then I get 8 feet away, I could see it move, maybe even in my backswing, something like that. So we want to make sure we turn the follow off. I'm looking at my GPS here. I've got 168 to the middle. Let's see if I can hit my 7-iron and see if we can double up on that birdie on the last hole. That's always a skin in our game. That was pretty poorly hit. Still on the green. That was a pretty bad strike. That's all right. We're not out here to play golf. We're out here to test stuff. So one of the other features that MGI always have is the handheld speed control. So just by pushing this button here and then turning the dial, I can adjust the speed. Let's say I leave the remote on the cart if I want, or if I'm just going a short distance, you can do that and just toggle it off. Pretty easy. So you've got a couple different ways to do it. You've got by the handheld, you've got by the remote buttons, and you've got the follow mode. So a lot of different ways to skin this cat. Okay, we got a steep hill here. So this is steep. Handled that very well. And it's buzzing at me because it thinks this coquina is a danger, which it's not. I turned the GEO Fence off. I'm going back into follow mode, and it's going to go through this coquina just fine. No problems. So it's not like it's going to stop at a bunker and you got to go back and get it every time. That would be a pain in the butt. But that is not the case. You just turn the GEO Fence off, let the follow mode re-engage. That was really nice right there. And off we go. Okay, so I'm up to the green. I've got follow mode off. I've got geo fencing off. And I missed the green by a little bit. So we'll see if we can maybe chip this one in. If we chip this one in, I'm gonna race to play 18 holes for the rest of the evening and see if we can make all these birdies that MGI is promising. Oh, a decent chip. Let's go. There's one more feature I want to show you. Okay, next hole, another par 4. We got one more good demonstration of a feature, and we're gonna go ahead and hit this tee shot. Hopefully not in the water. That works. So what are you guys thinking so far? Just tell me what you think. So there's various other follow mode carts out there. Where do you think this compares? I think it's pretty dang good from what I've seen. Technology's changing quickly. We're gonna go down another steep slope here. Very steep. Well done, very well done. Didn't even come close to sliding real hard. I've got GEO Fence off because it's gonna see this coquina area as a bunker, which it's not. And we got a big slope coming up. It might be too much. So you got to remember, I don't care what carts you get, they all have limitations. If you go on the east side of a hill, something really wet, it's gonna tip, it's gonna slide. I don't care what it is. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't push it too much. It's not worth picking up your clubs in the middle of the round or in front of a green where your buddies have gone to the next tee and you're sitting there picking up balls and gloves and clubs out of your bag because the thing tipped over. Don't push it. It does a really nice job with steep hills. This one's too much for any cart. I wouldn't even take a driving cart over this. So I'm gonna go ahead, take it out of follow mode. I'm gonna use the buttons and I'm just gonna guide it up. Give it a little hand, a little extra help. I'm gonna hit stop. I'm gonna hit follow mode and off I go. I tell you what, for it scanning me, it does it fast. It's unbelievable. You know, I came out of the PGA show when we saw this debuted, and I thought the scanning was like a thing. It's quick. Very well done there. All right, hit another fairway. That's good. It's over this little hill. So I'm using my GPS again, telling me I've got 98 middle. That pin looks a little bit back. So 98 middle. Go with this guy right here. Let's see if we can close out our day with a birdie. Nope. Fanned it. Bermuda grass grows back fast. Let's say I'm going to the next tee and the cart's near the green. I can hit this home button and the cart will come to me. So it will still use the GEO Fence to get around the green if it can, or it will stop. So I'd say you probably want to have a straight shot and maybe the GEO Fence off. But that feature, you just hit home and it basically says, come here, boy, come on. And then it'll come to you after hitting that button. A pretty cool feature there. It kind of goes with the obstacle avoidance and all these other features that we've talked about. Really packed a lot into this unit. Pretty impressive. Everybody's got to decide what's the right price point for you for a cart like this. So these are an investment. I think it's a good investment. It gets you to walk the golf course more, which is great for all of us. Okay, so here's another feature that we didn't talk about yet. I'm on a significant slope and it actually started moving a little bit on me. So I hit this P button, which is a parking brake, and now this thing isn't going anywhere. If you're on some kind of a slope, it starts moving on you, hit that P, it'll lock itself in place just like your car would, and you'll go from there. Also is a lock button on the top right, basically locks the buttons from being bumped. I don't know if I would ever use it, but it's there if you need it. Okay, we got one more birdie putt. Let's see if we can make it. It's our last putt of the day. We've been doing pretty good so far. A little right to lefter. Nope, not even close. Oh, okay, folks, that wraps up this video for the MGI Halo unit with the iFollow mode. It's a really solid cart. I'm very impressed with so many of the features. I think it's great. Again, if you're looking to get one, please use the link in the description and go through us. We're authorized to sell these carts for MGI, and you'll get the best price on the internet, and you'll get it right away. It goes straight to MGI through us. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.